Okay, sorry.
Now we're on?
Yeah, now I think we're on.
Hey everybody.
Hey everybody, and thank you for getting us to 100 subscribers. We are Motor City Nerds. I'm Abby.
I'm Amelia.
And we are a week late, we know.
Yeah, we're late. Sorry about that.
It's okay though, because everybody's talking about the same stuff, so we're here to talk about...
And I never watch anything else anyway, so...
The Wandavision
It's not going to change for us. Yeah. So... We started off, or left off, right, with Agnes absorbing all of Wanda's power.
I have my notes. Give me one moment.
And how about Agnes? Is it Agnes, right?
Agatha.
How about Agatha? How about that outfit? That was pretty cool.
Awesome.
That was
I
pretty
really
cool.
like. What do you call that? When it's foldy like that.
Foldy, layered?
Not layered. It's like her outfit.
Yeah. I don't know.
It looks like it's like you took a piece of paper and did this. And then did...
Oh, pleated.
Pleated. Thank you. Thank you. Because we know things, right? Fashion's obviously what I know. So. Excuse me for my note taking because I did it on the assembly line, so they're looking a little rough. And I have a bunch of acronyms that I don't know what they mean.
Well, I got notes, so you just chime in.
First and foremost, I want to start out with, I really like how fast-paced we started out. How it was like, boom, boom, boom. We got it, we're going, let's go. I really liked that. What do you got for us starting out?
Well, I just went over what was happening, so...
No, exactly.
Yeah, so White Vision comes in. He starts to crack Wanda's skull.
Oh, yeah, that was creepy.
And Wanda's vision shows up and knocks him out into a flaming RV that he walks out of.
Now, we just picked up on this. I want to know, was that a Walter White Breaking Bad call out because of the RV cooking meth in it blowing up and having him be in the Malcolm in the Middle stuff? So I'm wondering if that's a Breaking Bad Easter egg, and I thought that was cool, which I didn't notice on my first watch. So I have Vision versus Vision, and
so then we have Vision 1, Vision 2,
and I literally
decide to go up into the big fight.
I literally have White Vision is scary.
He is scary. Bad eyes.
Creepy eyes.
Bad eyes.
We talked about this. Bad eyes.
Yeah, and the Wanda flies off.
And now we get to...
and then we find out Agnes is living in who Ralph is finally. We never thought, Abby never thought Ralph even existed.
Well, I thought
but now we know who he is, and he is the guy who is in the witness protection.
That's what we
He's
think.
the witness protection guy, we think.
He's Quicksilver in witness protection.
Right.
So, that's what we think, because we never found out who was this
They never said who was
person.
They never said who was in that town that was in that witness protection program.
Yeah, and then it's like, I mean, I get the funny joke and how Quicksilver, the Quicksilver from the Fox universe is like kind of like a funny like prankster jokester, so I get where like the boner joke is funny and ha ha ha, but it's like, that sounds like a fake name, right? Ralph Boner, like it sounds like something you'd pick out if you were joking around and were like, I'm in the witness protection program. I'm just saying,
I don't think that's funny, but
I know, Mom, you don't think anything's
I'm a mom, so.
Moms are allowed to think things are funny.
Yeah, well.
Well, then we get to the line we get the Agatha with Wanda going at it, fight. Mainly it's just the fight in the beginning, but there's a line of dialogue that is very important, that is, you are stronger than the Sorcerer Supreme. And now that's just flat out saying you're stronger than Doctor Strange. Like, and that's a big deal. So
and that's saying something.
So I just wanted to put that out there, and then
because she talks about that, and that Wanda has a chapter in that book of what's that book called?
The Dark Hold.
The Dark Hold. So we'll talk about that in a minute.
Not hold with a D. Hello, Winston.
Hello, Winston.
Welcome
Come
to
on.
the show.
You coming?
Please get onto the couch.
You might as well join
And
us.
then she does call it the Book of the Damned, which I do understand it's not exactly the Book of the Damned. Welcome in the Winston.
So,
thank you for leaving the Continental to join us. And so we're calling it the Book of the Damned, which means nothing good can come of that. And I'm assuming it's one of the books that was in the library with Doctor Strange and them, and that
were taken.
And one was taken, yeah. So
that's going to come into play later in our narrative too.
Yep.
So Wanda's walking through the town now, and Agatha or Agnes is saying those things to her and tells her you were formed. You weren't. And Wanda denies all of this. She's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Right. I'm not what you think I am. And so.
But I kind of think Wanda always knew what she was, and she tried to repress it a little bit, but I think deep down she always knew what she was.
And why do you think that? Tell them. Because she saw herself
she saw herself when that Mind Stone thing happened. Like I said in our previous video, comparing it to
when she's looking back,
Steve Rogers and Bruce Banner, and them going, no, I can handle it, I can handle it, I can do it, I got it.
And Agatha makes her go through that door, and she's back with Hydra.
But the difference between Wanda is she didn't have no scientific people backing her up. She had her own. It's kind of like that Daenerys Targaryen.
She survived it.
Well, it's kind of like that Daenerys Targaryen line when Jon goes to meet her and she says, I didn't believe in gods, I didn't believe in this, I didn't believe in that, I believed in myself, and I believed in Daenerys Targaryen. And I feel like Wanda kind of got that moment when she saw herself in the Mind Stone. And so I think that Wanda's always secretly known she's had this huge power, but didn't.
But when she saw herself,
I think she knew more than she's letting on when she's like, I didn't know. No, I think you knew you were something.
Yeah, because when she saw herself in that Hydra experiment, her crown appeared on her head.
I really like that crown. We'll talk about that crown.
So we're going to talk about the crown. So anyway, Wanda's denying it all. And Agnes says, really? I'll let you see what you did. And she frees all these people's minds. So now.
But then we get to Dottie. 1 second.
Right. Come on.
I'm coming in because I have that, and it's very disturbing to me.
And she's seeing all this horrible anguish and pain that these people.
Which is the blonde lady that was being like, she's supposed to be the mean lady, and she begs Wanda to allow her daughter. She just wants to hold her. She's like, she can be the school bully. Can she be friends with your sons? So obviously.
And she says, if you want that, Wanda.
Yeah, if you want that. So it's like, all I want is to hold her. And then it's like, wow, this is really heartbreaking. And so now we know, I'm assuming these kids weren't being hurt, but they were just like locked in their rooms in like a comatose state. Like they just weren't dealing with it.
And these people are in so much pain, and they're feeling all her pain. And when she takes it that way, they're like, hey, we're feeling your grief. Your nightmares are poisoning us. And if you can't release us, the one lady says,
so we get our,
let us die, kill us.
Yeah, and that was rough.
You realize how much anguish somebody's got to be in to request that? I don't want to live like this,
and
you
so
know?
That's our whole Frankenstein's monster, the town turning, coming at her, saying like, every time we sleep, we get your pain. Every time we're in pain all the time. And it's like anybody who deals with depression or any type of mental illness like that, I mean, shoot, like that's rough. And then I wouldn't wish that on anybody else. And now imagine someone's pushing all that and then some on you. We all got our own problems. Don't go pushing yours on me, Wanda. Jeez.
And you know, Agnes or Agatha or whatever she is, she's always playing the line, right? So she tells her, she turns the knife, right? Tells her, hey, heroes don't torture people. So
I like that.
I like, and Abby said, yeah, I told you, Mom. She always said, you got to make a hero's choice. So
she goes,
Wanda, right.
I like that she
Wanda
immediately made the choice. We didn't have no.
She doesn't want to be seen as this horrible person who's causing all this pain. It was her pain that drove her. Which, like she said, I don't even know how I got here, but...
And you could tell she really felt bad when she was going like, I didn't want this. No, you're okay. You're all having fun. Aren't you all in my sitcom world? Like, well, it's all good. It's all good. Like, no, it's not all good. Like, it's not.
And so when she realizes that, then all of a sudden she's boom again, and she starts to break the hex. The hex starts to crack.
That's when we cut to Vision versus Vision in the sky,
and he starts to deteriorate
and fall, and then the kids show up. And I do like that Billy more than Wanda so much. He's getting like not full blown, I can see the future, but he's seeing stuff. Not only can he stop things and like his mom, but he's getting like flashes of the future before it happens. And I haven't, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I haven't seen Wanda do that. Like, because he saw the townsfolk freaking out on his mom before it happened. He saw his dad deteriorating with the feds in the other episode before it was fully happening, and I'm just now realizing that.
So the boys run out there, and But the boys and Vision start to deteriorate. They start to Voldemort out. And
that was sad.
That was sad. But Wanda can't take that, right? She can't take that. So she closes everything back
while
up.
The hex is open, we get Hayward and his agents in. And now they're coming in, and now we got Agatha coming from the sky. We got the kids and Vision deteriorating, and Wanda then lets all the townsfolk go, but then closes the hex back down. So now it's just the sword people with Hayward, or whoever they are. We still don't. Maybe they're not. And then we have Agatha, and then Vision, Wanda, White Vision, and the kids. And
she closes it back up. So the kids and Vision, her Vision, come back to their normal. And they've got that scene in the middle of the square where they're against everybody. They're the kids and
I loved this.
And go ahead, tell them what
this was my favorite part of the entire episode.
It was a perfect take on it.
And now they did have it. If they did have this on the marquee in the show at some point, but they're in the exact Incredibles poses, right? Like they're almost identical.
It was great.
They're the Incredibles, like that's sweet. But the lines that they say, which I don't think I wrote them down exactly because, like I said, I was on the assembly line. But what does she say? Sorry, we didn't train you for this, but you were born for this. That was sweet. And then we go into the Incredible. They even did.
They go into their Incredible family stand.
Well, they even did like the zoom in shot too, which is like the Incredibles, and that was very cool. Oh, also, with the fight with Agatha, we got another callback to The Wizard of Oz, just like we said back.
Oh, we said that before with the dog, remember?
Well, the dog,
I'll get you, my little pretty.
And
your little dog, too.
And with the bike, so there we go. But yeah, I really like the Incredibles callback. Now, this is what I'm going to say really quick, and then we can go back to it. Just like in my video I did about X2, the movie X-Men United, which is my favorite and is awesome. When you are shooting guns that is something real and tangible from our own world, not in this fantasy world, and you are shooting guns at other human beings, especially children, it makes the stakes that much higher. Because those are real things that we see every day. It's tragic, but it is, and it makes the stakes higher than just, I'm fighting a sky beam, I'm shooting lasers, and I really liked that Disney, once again, they are impressing me with The Mandalorian and this, and I'm sure with Falcon and Winter Soldier, that they are allowing that type of thing to be shown, because that's a big deal to have somebody, because I did like that they showed certain officers going, this is wrong, and backing down, I'm a decent human and I'm not participating, but Hayward, straight up with a badge on, shooting at a kid. And let's talk about Monica stepping up and getting in the way of that, because she's just a boss. But to have someone shooting at a kid, that makes the stakes so much higher and a bigger deal. And I applaud Disney for it, because like I said, it makes for better storytelling. But I loved that, and I loved when they all did their own little thing, and Monica runs up like a boss, and then she's like, nice tricks, and he's like, I like yours too, and I like that. I thought that was all very well done.
And then cool. We got Agnes and Wanda flying up in the sky again, going at each other again. They keep taking off for these fights. But no, hang on.
But while she's fighting,
Vision 1 and Vision 2, they're going at it again. So they end up in some library or something. I don't know what that is. Anyway, they end up there. And
it's very reminiscent of the Sanctorum.
Well, I want you to explain, though.
I don't know how well I can explain
the Odyssey. Well, just say what the word is.
So
they have a conversation, and really Wanda's Vision says to the Bad Eye Vision, White Vision.
Bad Eyes Vision.
Why? Why are you doing this?
So
who is the real boat?
What they're saying is, okay, the boat of Theseus.
The boat of Theseus from the Odyssey, and if you haven't read that...
Well, what I'm saying is, he starts talking about it being in a museum. Now, if this artifact, we have the original boat put there, so the original Vision there, which the original Vision is gone, so we're talking...
But the makings of the original Vision is still in the White Vision.
So, we're going to say original Vision is the one we've been watching in the show for the sake of this, what I'm about to say. So this original artifact. Well, now it's starting to decay and fall apart and rot, and now do we change it out with
They have to replace it with new boards
pieces,
and whatever.
Or do we replace it with new pieces, or do we just clean it up and make it and keep it the same and keep it old? And that's what Vision's saying to him. He's saying, you have all of the makings to be me and a brand new me, but I can put all of myself and everything I've gone through into you. So he's essentially saying to him,
and asks him, who is the real Vision then?
Exactly.
If we're in pieces, who is the real Vision?
Right. Meaning it doesn't...
Which is the real boat? And he says, neither is the boat.
It's a new thing.
Right. Neither is the true ship. Both together are the true ship. Make the ship.
So both of these visions that we literally watch get put together are going to create a new vision.
Right.
And I really
the white Vision that used to have the bad eyes. He don't have the bad eyes anymore.
First thing that happened, bad eyes disappear.
They go.
Scared eyes go. And I really like that. And
he says to him, well,
and just having vision.
You have no Mind Stone, but you have all the original memories. They can't get rid of that in your data, and I can release that in you. They can't take it from you. It's part of what you are. And then he does whatever he does, and he remembers all that. All the memories, all those experiences that made Vision, the original Vision, who he was, now is in him. That's come alive. That's come back. And that's the one that's going to go on and live eventually.
Yep. And I really like. I like that. I still think he's a little odd looking, but whatever.
Well, at least he don't have them bad eyes, like the Night King or something going on there. But anyway, in the meantime, Darcy rams that lowlife Hayward, so they're going to end up capturing him because all he really wanted was to have credit for going in and saving the original. He made it look like, hey, she stole him. She never stole him. We know that now. But I went in and I got him back. But she had to make sure, but she needed that. He needed that to get the white Vision going, to get him started. Yeah. So then he had to send him in to kill Wanda and kill the old Vision. Now his plans are screwed. And his truck is smashed. And they've caught him. So
side note that I didn't tell Mom about, there were supposed to be more Darcy in the episode and more with other people in the episode, but because of COVID and the pandemic, it caused issues for traveling at the time, so they couldn't come back for shoots. But I do love that Darcy got her moment in. We like Darcy.
We do like Darcy. So, but remember the words that the white Vision says after they've had the mind meld.
Are we just going to refer to everything as Star Trek things and or Voldemorting?
Live long and prosper. Remember what he says. He looks at Wanda's Vision and he says, I am Vision. So he knows now. He is it. I am now.
I love it.
So
then we get back.
Wanda's Vision leaves and she goes to reunite with Wanda.
Help out.
But Wanda and help out. He's with the boys. But now Wanda's putting the mind spell on Agatha. So she's back burning at the stake with the coven that she killed and all dried up.
But then, and Agatha does this flippy floppy, and Scarlet Witch is the one, Wanda is the one now stuck to the stake. And all of the coven, which I thought was very well done and very...
Because the coven picked up,
cool,
you're the Scarlet Witch. They knew.
You're an abomination.
Right.
Well, to them, yeah. So it's like I said, these are all things off of their own opinion and everything. So we don't know. But obviously you're messing around with stuff you shouldn't. But she's the one stuck to it. And then, now, I don't know if I said this in our video, but I did talk to Mom about it, that when Agatha kills her mom, I think she was expecting to get that crown type thing that is appearing on her mom's head when she kills her. And she doesn't get it. So when she sees Wanda, she's like, oh, I can get the even better one. So when Wanda is back on the stake against that coven that she brought back, thinking she would use against Agatha, that's when we see her crown appear, and Agatha's still like, you can tell, like, I want that, but then she blows them all back.
Agatha says to her, look, power's not your problem, but you lack knowledge.
Yeah.
And those words end up to be truer because toward the end, that's what she's seeking, right? That's what Wanda goes to seek, knowledge. But anyway, we'll talk about
I
that.
never thought about that. Good job, Mom.
So, right, she gets the crown of the Scarlet Witch that appears on her.
Which we now know is a title and not just her name. It's an actual title of this.
So Agnes is asking her, you know, give me the power while the Coven's holding her down. But, of course, she don't need the knowledge because she's got enough power and she booms. So she blows everybody out, right? And now all of a sudden she goes at Agnes. We're back in the Westview town and it's a witch fight.
We got a witch off.
Yep.
It's a witch off.
It's a witch off.
And
so why is Wanda's hand going black, though? Everybody noticed. I'm not quite sure about that.
Because that's how Agatha stays. If you've noticed, she looks younger and younger every time she sucks people dry of their stuff. But I liked that in the first part of the episode, if you noticed, when she first comes at Wanda, Wanda's first hand that looks jacked up and gray and decaying is the... Which hand am I using right now? Oh, this is the one your wedding ring goes on, right?
Right.
Yeah, is the side the wedding band's on. And I really like that throughout this whole show. They've made a point to really show those wedding bands. But that at first, that one was withering, like Dumbledore's hand. God, stop using Harry Potter references, Abby and Mom. But
Agnes, so now Agnes is sucking all the power.
Yeah, she's
taking it all.
She says that's kind of what I do. I take power from the unworthy. Now... That's also a villain thing. You don't get to choose who's worthy and who's unworthy. I mean, unless it's Thor's hammer, but... And
then so she's got it all, and she says, you know...
but I did like how Wanda was sneakily chucking those runes past her, and they do show Agatha... I didn't notice this till our rewatch just now, that Agatha's, like, looking past her like you're missing. And that's villains' problems, is they get too cocky, and they don't realize what's going on.
And what was going on? She tried to finally do Wanda in because she had all the power and she had no power because
only the
roots.
Only roots.
Roots. Isn't that what they're called?
Runes.
Oh, I thought they were roots.
Roots.
Runes.
Runes,
like runes, like in a
Nordic runes, like.
Oh, I thought it was weird. But I don't know, they had those little things going up. They look like roots. Whatever. Runes then.
Oh my God, I love you.
I thought, what's wrong with roots? I thought it was weird too, but whatever.
No, but I mean...
It's runes. It didn't look like runes. They look more like roots than they do like runes. They've got these... They look like roots.
No, Omari...
Runes are buildings that are collapsing.
No, they're not. That's ruins.
Yeah.
Runes. R-U-N-E-S.
Oh.
Yes.
Edit this part.
Okay.
Okay.
No, it's okay. Omari read not Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, and thought Roose Bolton's name was Bruce Bolton, and did not know for years. So it's okay. Things happen.
I love the name Bruce. Bruce is a manly name.
I like Roose Bolton, but that's...
So anyway, so...
oh my God, I can't believe you... Roots.
Maybe we should edit all that.
I will.
Okay.
Runes. Mom, runes. But anyway, her chucking the runes past her, and then only the witch who casts the runes can use her magic in that area. Nicely done, Wanda. I like that. And then...
Takes all the power back, and turns in... She gets her whole outfit going on.
Vision does try to get involved in the fight, and she don't let that happen. She's like, nope, not today. Throws him down.
I'll take care of this.
Yep, which I liked.
And she gets that whole outfit going, right? With the,
Ooh,
she's got it all going on now.
Can we just state?
But
Magneto red.
And yeah, Abby thought she sees something in the crown.
I do know that people said that, and I wanted to leave this up, just tell you on the video. This is the first time Mom's hearing this. If you look on her, right where her heart is, somebody already called this out. I did not come up with this. It's shaped like the Mind Stone right there. So in honor of Vision. So like right where her heart is, that's super cute. But if you look at her tiara or crown, not only does it give off like kind of some devilly vibes, but if you look when it combines, I could be totally crazy in making this up and just really want Magneto that bad, and anybody watching my videos knows I want Magneto that bad, but if you look where it all comes together, it looks like the shape of Magneto's helmet right in the center, and I think that's really cool. I actually put a photo
So we're
together,
just calling
so
attention to that. We don't know if it means anything or not, but hey, we just happen to notice it. So, Wanda takes all the power back. She turns Agatha back into the nosy neighbor. And
look at that.
what?
See that?
What is it?
That's her helmet.
Oh yeah, it does look. I agree. It does kind of look with the Magneto going on there. Yeah.
And tell me that is not Magneto red.
It is.
It's absolutely Magneto red.
So Agatha's trying to say, hey, you don't have any idea what you're doing. You don't know what you're unleashing. Wait. So
Nope.
Abby and I were talking. She wouldn't wait, but we were talking. Maybe she should have waited because maybe Agatha knows something she don't know.
She's not gone.
And Abby doesn't think
Like I said
Agatha's
in my first
gone
video,
anyway.
You do not waste Catherine Hahn like that.
Because does Agnes know something? Because she said, you're going to need me. You'll need me.
And I know in the
She
comics,
said, well, I'll know where to find you. But I think maybe Wanda should have held off and maybe gotten something out of her. She may know something, and it may be about the kids.
Well, there's a line of dialogue where she says, I know where to find you. And then she says, and Agatha responds back and says, not if I see you first. So, there we go. But also, I do think that...
yeah, not if I see you first, which means...
I think Agatha's going to get out of this. I think Agatha was putting on an act.
Yeah, she may be somewhere, but we're not sure Agatha's really gone.
She's not gone, for sure. Especially when you say something like that, she's not gone. But yeah, no, I do. I really liked... I really don't want Catherine Hahn gone. I love Agatha. Oh, in the comics, I know that she is, she's Scarlet Witch's mentor at one point. So...
I don't know.
I'm just saying. Well, and so now let's get to...
So then they get together, and Vision and Wanda, and they said, well, now life is going to go back to normal or go on again. And he goes, yeah, but not for us. So he knows.
I love him.
She has to give that up. That has to end. And they go home, and the Hex begins to withdraw. And it gives them time to say goodbye. And they're tucking the kids in. Here's a real parental thing. They're not going to let the kids be afraid, right? They know what's coming, but it's going to be an everyday thing. You're going to bed. I'm kissing you goodnight. I love you. You're going to protect them because it's going to happen. But they don't want them afraid. They don't want anything. They're protecting them from that fear.
It was very sweet.
It was.
And then we get to Vision's
And I was
goodbye.
wondering, right, then we get to Vision's goodbye, which is...
Again, how many, like Mom said, how many videos ago, how many times are we going to have to say goodbye to this guy? Thank you, Paul Bettany, because I think you're a great actor, and I thought you did amazing in this, and I didn't think I'd ever care about Vision this much.
And what I said about Vision before in one of our other tapes, I said, out of everybody in the show, sometimes he's the most human.
That's the greatest and one of the best things I've ever heard anybody say about Vision.
And it shows again at the end when they're standing there they're holding their hands. They know what's coming. They're together. But he looks at her and he says, what am I? A human being asks that. A human being ponders. A human being wonders. Machines don't. So, again, that human part that has happened with Vision, and she tells him what he is, that he's her hopes. She put him together and
he's
it's
blood and
the Mind Stone, part of the Mind Stone that's a part of her, but most of all, he's love, her love.
He's the love and everything from the Mind Stone that she has in her too. And I loved it. And
there was a tear on his face, again.
When does he cry?
The human.
I love it.
There's a human piece here.
And especially bringing, because obviously, and then, again, another great thing that they say is when he says to her,
we said goodbye before.
We said goodbye before, this, that, and she said, so it only, something along the lines of it only makes sense that we will say hello again. And I was like, oh my God. But Wanda said that back to him, and I'm just saying between Vision saying what he said in the last episode about what profound thing did Vision say that I loved so much in the last one.
About love being...
love being grief, grief being love persevering. Between that and then him and Wanda,
which is what he was.
I thought was wonderful writing, and not just for any, just in general, just like if you want to share one of those dumb photos on Facebook with a quote you didn't come up with, like that is one of them. Like it's beautiful. It really was. I really loved that a lot. And now we get to.
So Wanda's back at the plot now.
Yeah, back where it started.
Poor Vision
really quick. She does
disintegrates.
She makes a statement back during when they do the flashback with Agatha, where she says the difference between me and you is that you did this on purpose. I didn't. So she really didn't do all this on purpose, but she did play along with it. Making her kind of in and kind of not. Like I was saying, I didn't think they were gonna make her a full bad guy. Oh wait, can I ask a question? Oh, where is this Mephisto? Where's this Mephisto and this nightmare we were going to get? Oh, wait, they're not there, are they? Because I never thought that was going to happen. Okay, just wanted to get that out there. Now let's get to our credit scenes, right?
So she's walking away, and Monica's there. Monica understands the grief that she had and says, they don't realize everything you gave up. And she says, and Wanda says, it wouldn't matter with the way they look at me. And you know what? It wouldn't matter. Because you took over everybody and you caused them all this pain and horrible anguish and ripped their kids from them. I mean, right, you're not getting nothing from these people. She did also fight Thanos, please, though. I don't care. So
good point. Mom's like Cersei a little bit.
Yeah, you ain't doing that and getting away with it. You don't get a second chance on that one. So she's right. It's not going to change the way they feel about her. So Monica says, I'd bring my mom back if I could,
I'd
but
bring you back.
Oh,
but I wouldn't want to hurt.
But you wouldn't. You're right. You don't get to do that. I guess it depends. You don't get to do that. That's not a choice you make.
You were sitting over there 3 weeks ago saying we should be able to do that, and I was over here saying you can't, and now
No. I never said that.
Okay.
I never said that. I never said you could do that to all those people.
Oh, I never said that.
But she does say to Monica, I really am sorry. I don't understand my power, but I will. Now that's important because that's where she's going. Now that's the path she's on. She's going to understand this power. So she flies off. She turns and looks at the town when her last look at it. And you can see it in her eyes that it's what I wish could have been, but I know it's not. And it's a definitive turn, and now I'm going in another direction. She's left it behind. Yeah. So now, where is she going?
Let's get to... Wait, we're not there yet. So then we hit the credits. And that's when we get to Monica getting told to come to the theater, setting up Captain Marvel 2, because, who is it? A Skrull. And...
we need to see in the theater.
And she specifically says... a friend of your mom wants you.
And who is that?
But he says he said you were grounded, which is Nick Fury. Woo! So that sets up her going to see Nick Fury.
Where are we going to see this friend? Where are we seeing him?
Up
in space. Because where is he? Go ahead.
You're my Spider-Man.
No, go ahead. He's with the Skrulls
with the Skrulls and with other people at the Sword. Well, I don't know if it's officially Sword, but the Sword space station.
Right at the end of the Spider-Man.
At the end of Spider-Man: Far From Home. So yeah, and then
this guy.
Did anybody else have him? Because I think he's from like 1991. This is mine.
So then we get in on this beautiful scenery.
Oh, but also the Skrulls, and then I'll go into this later.
Don't go anywhere, Spidey.
We'll super factor into Falcon and Winter Soldier, because in the trailer we get that shot of all the Skrull heads on the wall in the background, kind of like the faceless men. But so there might be a connection there. We're setting up lots of stuff in these shows. I just want to say that.
There's a lot of setup, and we go in on her, and she's sitting in on the porch of a what?
So I was gonna say my notes are so bad, but then I have Sweden, Germany, both with question marks.
I think it's dramatic, the design, but
I also
who
don't
cares?
know if some. So
it's in the mountains
let us
somewhere.
know in the comments. Are some of them runes on this house? I also think it's kind of a bit of a Hansel and Gretel little shout out. Not saying that she eats kids, just another witch call out. Another story about one, just like...
Or you're looking for
kids. Just like Wizard of Oz.
Maybe
you're
looking
for kids in the... Yeah, good call. But it looks like Hansel and Gretel. I don't know if it's... I think it is. It's like Swedish, German. There's like designs on the windows. It's super cute little house. And she's making tea or whatever. And I was explaining to Mom that when we see her, like, I don't know if...
Oh, wait a minute. I'll do this. So when she walks in to make tea, and then we see in the other room, she's doing her thing all up in the air and floating, and she's reading that Darkhold book. So she's messing around in dark magic. Right. So we're assuming, again, this book was stolen from Dr. Strange's library. And she's looking. What is she looking for? She's looking for those kids.
And then you hear...
Mom,
them. Help. And her face changes.
Help. Right. Now, she finds the kids in whatever realm she's in. And we think... we don't think Agatha's gone. Remember the thing what Agatha said to her, not if I see you first. And why and how does Doctor Strange come into all of this? Well, now we think, because here's Wanda messing around in all these realms, right? She's up there floating around. She's in dark magic. She's looking for these kids. Where are they? What dimension are they in? These different dimensions. Now she's found them. Now... she's hiding now. She's hiding. Even she knows it's wrong. She's hiding from the Avengers. She's opening dimensions she shouldn't be opening. So she's
learning about magic on her own.
She's stronger than Doctor Strange. And remember, in that book, Agatha told her there's a whole chapter in here.
And Agatha tried to stop her and said, "Wait, wait."
And this is the book of the damned. And there's a whole chapter about you.
Yeah.
So she's reading that book.
The book of the damned.
Remember what she said to Monica? I don't understand this power, but I will. She's finding out more and more. She's learning. She's finding out about herself and what this book says about her and these different dimensions. And she's just looking for those kids and doing that voodoo that she does so well.
And now we don't know exactly if it's...
But what is the person? That's what I want you to explain. I said, well, why does this other person walking around that looks normal? That looks like her.
I was saying that I remember in Doctor Strange or in Endgame, when Hulk goes to see the Sorcerer Supreme and she knocks them back and knocks their soul out of them, or whatever they call it, and they can walk around and stuff. If you're saying she's stronger than Doctor Strange, why couldn't she control that and have... Like, normally their body goes limp, and then their soul is the one functioning, walking around, doing stuff. So if she's so powerful, maybe she can control both. Maybe she can walk around and have tea and eat food and keep herself nourished while her spirit part is searching for these kids and wherever.
Her mind stone part.
Or whatever it is. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe it has something to do with the stone. I don't know. And or she's learned from
creating vision,
or from studying magic, just like how Agatha makes fake people to be undead keepers to watch the perimeter for her. Snooper's gonna snoop. Maybe Wanda just created a look-alike to keep her safe while she's in this other realm. But because she looked like see-through-ish...
A doppelganger.
Yeah, and because she looks so like see-through-ish and stuff, because it's like, what if somebody... I mean, you are secluded, but you want to come off normal. You don't want anybody to, like... think something's up, and if nobody ever sees you,
or or like you said, or she's learned to split herself. Something's going on.
Up she's learned how to split herself and control it, which is a big deal because, like they said, the Sorcerer Supreme, you're stronger than them, and they couldn't do that. Once you got knocked out of your body, your physical body went limp. So it's like, if she's learned how to control that, that's a big deal. And now I just want to take a minute to talk with my mom about, I am highly impressed with this. I wasn't as happy with the finale as I thought I would be, but I'm not disappointed. Of course, I wanted Magneto. I didn't get him. It's okay. But I love how much they've set up. I love how much they have done especially with the pandemic happening and everything like that. And I'm shocked at how much they've set up. I shouldn't be, because the MCU is so good at it, but with how much they've set up, how much they have connected already, that we know that it's going to connect to this, and this. We've set up Doctor Strange 2. We've set up Captain Marvel 2. We brought in Monica Rambeau's powers. We've made the Scarlet Witch. We've got Agatha Hart. Like, so much was brought in. I loved it, and I really enjoyed this, and I thought it was super fun. I think that they did
It was
great.
fun.
I thought it was wonderfully done, directed, written, all of it. I thought it was acting. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was great. I really do. I truly do. I thought it was great.
And one more thing I forgot about. I didn't understand when Wanda says to the boys when she knows they're going to be gone, when the hex is being withdrawn. She says, "Thank you for choosing me to be your mother." And that was confusing to me. So I said something to Abigail here, and she said, "Well, I don't know, but in the comics, Tommy and Billy." Well, let me say this.
In the comics,
they were spirits.
But I kind of gave you the gist of it. I didn't give you the full thing.
Yeah, but they were spirits, and they were out there
the
wandering
shards of
around, and they attached themselves maybe to her.
Not exactly. There's shards of Mephisto in the comics, but Marvel went through this whole period of censorship and all this stuff back in the day and all this stuff. But then there's also like that I'm trying to simplify it down, that like besides the shards of Mephisto thing, there also is like that they were already souls that would have been born if eventually, but because of stuff they got to come out of Wanda, essentially. I'm trying to
or picked her or hooked up with her. We don't know why, but at least it explains
and also,
that.
this is something I barely remember and barely know, and am like grasping at right now. So if I can remember, I'm sure we should do another video tomorrow or something, just talking about the stuff we really liked and everything, like a top 10 or something.
Okay, we'll do a top 10 tomorrow.
Yeah, and I'll try and remember all that stuff. But yeah, no, really liked it. Love the witches, love all that stuff. And I'm Abby.
I'm Amelia.
And we are Motor City Nerds. And remember to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for getting us to 100.
And who's going to win? Godzilla or Kong?
Let us know in the comments.
That's the question.
That's the real question.
I have